Hey everybody, this week's episode of the Boardwalk Social Club Saturday afternoon concert series is about Sonny, Terry, and Brownie McGee, the acoustic blues duo from the Piedmont section of the United States, the Southeast Georgia area. Here's one of their songs, Key to the Highway. This one was a big hit for them. Traveling was a big theme. I got the key to the highway. Yeah, I'm bound to go. When I leave this town, I won't be back no more. I'm going back to the border. Yeah, I'm better known. You ain't done nothing. Drove a good man away from home. When I move over the mountain, well, I'll be on my way. I'll go this highway until my dying day. So give me one last kiss, my this time, I won't be back no more. The key to the highway. Yeah, I'm bound to go. When I leave this town, I won't be back no more. Thanks everybody. Key to the Highway, big hit for Sonny, Terry, and Brownie McGee. They did a lot of traveling and a lot of walking. They have a lot of songs about walking, but they really did walk a lot. They played these things like in the South where a lot of people would get together and pick tobacco. Or maybe they're putting it into sheds or something where there are a lot of people around, these tobacco things. So all those cities, towns in the South, Raleigh and Winston, they would play those things and then walk from one farm to the other, and then they would walk to Ohio during coal mining season. But then they walked all the way up to New York City, and that's where they became established as a blues duo in New York City. And they were associated with the folk singers of the day, the folk movement, Pete Seeger, Woody Guthrie. They lived in a big apartment building in I think 42nd Street with all those guys. So they were part of that. They were brought up to play in one of John Hammond's put on these shows at the Carnegie Hall, spirituals to swing by or swing to, with a lot of spiritual artists, blues guys, and gospel singers. Anyway, they played at that, and then they stuck around New York City. I think they're tired of walking. But I was lucky to see them a bunch of times in New York, because they became locals, New York City guys. So all through high school, I would go see them. Small places in the village, the other end. That's where I think I saw them a couple times. Go up there by myself, my blues missions. Yeah, I was a big Sonny, Terry, Brownie McGee fan. Here's one, Crow Jane. This is one they did, and then it's funny, they were together for a long time, probably neither one of the longest blues duos, but I don't think they liked each other very much. Whenever they could get a chance to play apart from each other, they did do their own thing, and that was the general thing, that they weren't really friends. But anyway, this is one I saw just Sonny Terry do with he did one record called Whoopin' the Blues with Johnny Winter and Willie Dixon, stand-up bass, and just a snare drum. That was a great album, really good, different, completely different from Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee, but really good. Anyway, I saw them play on the one of the Pier concerts in New York City. That was great. They opened up for Johnny Winter, and I think maybe the Fabulous Thunderbirds too. That was a good concert. Anyway, Crow Jane. This is a big hit off that record with Johnny Winter. Billy Hector plays this one too. He likes this version. What made you hold your head so high? Realize when you wanna lay down and die. You get that letter that I throwed into your backyard. I will come to see you, but your other man had me born. hit for Billy Hector's Blues Explosion, Blues Acoustic Armada. What else? By Sonny, Terry, and Brownie McGee. Yeah, that was a good concert. And then I've seen them together a bunch of times. And then I went to see Brownie McGee by himself once. And I was surprised to see him playing electric guitar in a different style. You know, I think he was even using a pick. But I never knew that he wanted to play on his own. He would have rather played electric than more Muddy Waters kind of stand-up blues. And yeah, I was very surprised. It was in a black club in Philadelphia, and that's what he did. When he had chances to play like that, that's what he would do in places like Harlem or Newark. Anyway, Brownie McGee, who would have thought electric? He wanted to be an electric guitar player. Some of the Sonny Terry, he would play by himself. He would do gigs, just, or at least whole sections of shows on just playing harmonica. He was a very good entertainer. He was blind by accidents, 2 separate eye accidents when he was a little kid. His biography was pretty interesting. He was also burnt in a fire. Yeah, he had a lot of bad, like, accidents, bad things. But it's funny, he wound up settling in Mineola, in Long Island. He lived in Mineola, Long Island for his last decade or so. He was born in Georgia. Sonny Terry he was really played in a style from the last century. You know, when people learned instruments before there were radios or anything else to listen to, he would copy trains, the sound of trains, or dogs, sounds of nature, you know. Fox Hunts, that was one of his songs. Really sounded so, really from like another world, so different. Yeah, imagine these guys just walking from town to town. Imagine that's your life, your path, what you do, and just roaming the earth, playing guitar and harmonica. Anyway, this is one that he played by himself. They would have like gospel songs too. What a beautiful city. Whoa, what a beautiful city, God knows. What a beautiful city. 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah, amen. There's 3 gates to the east, there's 3 gates to the west, there's 3 gates to the north, there's 3 gates to the south. That makes 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah, amen. There's 3 gates to the east, there's 3 gates to the west, there's 3 gates to the north, there's 3 gates to the south. That makes 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah, amen. City, Sonny Terry, big hit for him. What else? Oh, here we already voted in New Jersey, and this proves it. This is the same as getting one of those little I voted stickers. Just came in the mail. It was simple, easy. I voted by mail before, absentee ballots. It's not that big a deal. I think it always works. It's no big controversy. Simple. It was easy. I would have liked to taken Delta to the voting booth, but oh well. Not that big a deal. Some states vote entirely by mail. It's pretty simple. Yeah, Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee, I like their big. One record that we used to listen to a lot back in high school days, my friends over at Steve Heath's house, was one that had Sonny Terry. It was a Lightning Hopkins album, but they were guests. Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee were guests. Yeah, I learned about all these blues guys from hanging out after school at my friend's upstairs third floor apartment. Steve Heath, big old farmhouse in Homedale, and he had an older brother who had a big record collection of a lot of blues things, and he kind of, we listened to it all the time. We loved it. It was great. We were big blues fans. And his older brother Stuart was the one that taught us, who was who. And then these guys were alive, and you could go see them. It was pretty amazing. Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee. I just had to take a train to New York City. See my blues heroes. I think my friend Billy Lilly might have even taken some lessons from Sonny Terry. I think he might have. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has stories of like driving him around, and yeah, Sonny Terry gave some harmonica lessons. Yeah, his style is kind of being lost. I don't think it's as popular. It used to be more of a thing, It was, I don't know how to describe it, a lot of notes and fast, Now, what another Sonny Terry lick would be, Yeah, he played a lot of notes and was, I don't know, he was very influential harmonica, but really from another century, another time, probably is becoming a lost art. All right, everybody, thanks for listening every week. Thanks for listening again. I don't know what else to say. It's Saturday afternoon in New Jersey. Tomorrow we're going to play outside, a gig outside in Long Branch. Our friend Peter and Marilyn of Langosta Lounge, they also manage a place called the Whitechapel Project, so we'll play there tomorrow afternoon outside in their courtyard. And then we'll try to keep doing our Monday night thing over at Eric's house, Eric and Dylan, our Monday night boardwalk social night concerts, backyard social club. And then we're going to play on Halloween in the same place, the same venue, Eric's backyard. Halloween afternoon, maybe with another band. You have to wear a mask. Not a costume, just a mask. Alrighty, thanks for listening. Here's my last song. We have a nice way of closing. That's what it's called. Okay. Thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks, everybody. Thanks again. Thanks for listening. Katie usually turns this thing off for me. I probably could figure out how to turn it off, but maybe we'll just sit here for a while. Okay, I'll take a break or I'll be right back. Anyway, we're bummed out that Sweet Joey moved to Los Angeles. Not just because we don't really have a drummer anymore, but because he was our friend. And he was the life of the party. Yeah, that's a bummer. That's one of the worst things that it became of this. Who would have thought that it would have cost us our, affect our band? I never expected it. But I think it's because we couldn't play all summer. trying to figure out ways to deal with it. I mean, deal with it, where to play, whatever. No big hurry to play inside yet. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Go all this time so far and then just start playing inside again. That wouldn't make sense. If you have a choice between keeping schools open and bars open, I choose schools. And somehow, that's how it seems to me. It's either a choice between nightlife or day life, schools. It's not the worst thing in the world, whatever. One winter of not being inside with other people, big deal. So what? It's not the worst thing in the world. I think outside wearing masks, that's all safe. Playing gigs outside, I have no problem with it. I'll do it all winter. I don't care. I'll play. You know, one of the good things that came out of this is all these places, big tents and, music under tents, closing off streets. That's a really good thing. Asbury Park has been great about that, closing off Cookman Avenue. A lot of towns have done it. That's something like that we've been pushing for a while with our complete streets thing and pedestrian stuff. But now, there's a lot more people riding bikes, and I'm sure there'll be more bike lanes and things like that as a result. A couple good things came out of it, but a couple bad things. Sweet Joey moving, the movie theater closing. That's a bummer. This at Bradley Beach, our friends' independent movie theater. That's really a sad thing. Friends record store in Asbury, Hold Fast Records, showroom, movie theater. All good things. All, I don't know, like the good, best part of civilization. It's been like skimmed off the top somehow in a weird way. Everything else keeps going on like normal, including whatever noise that is outside. Alrighty. Thank you and good night. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to try to figure this out. I'll just push some buttons. This has been off for the last 20 minutes. Alright, what do I do?